A few years ago, becoming a lawyer was just a dream, a goal I wrote down, prayed about, and worked towards every single day. Today, that dream is taking me somewhere new. I'm on my way to Washington, D.C. for my 1L internship, a milestone that once felt so far away but is now becoming my reality. Every class, every late night studying, every challenge along the way has led to this moment. This internship is more than just work experience. It's an opportunity to learn, grow, get first-hand experience into the profession that I have dreamt about joining, as well as an opportunity to get to know Washington, D.C. a bit more. If you are a law student, thinking about law school, or simply chasing a dream of your own, I hope this video shows you what's possible when preparation meets opportunity. So come along with me as I take another step towards becoming a lawyer. I am at work right now. This morning was really hectic. My original plan was to get an Uber, but the Uber, when I tried to schedule an Uber, the Uber was charging me $50. And I was like, you know what? I am not paying $50 because I usually pay $4.75 on the train. So I really wasn't prepared to pay $50 in an Uber to get here. So I had to jump up. I literally sprint up from my seat. I was actually just chatting with my mom, and I had to spring up and get my butt on the bus to get here. So I usually take the bus and the train. I thought it would have been a lot for me, seeing that I usually drive, but I actually enjoy the journey coming to work and getting back home. It's like a break for me because in Florida, I drive everywhere. Even places that I should walk, I drive, right? In Florida, people don't really walk. They drive everywhere, which I think is a real big negative because the weather is always so nice in Florida. And I guess the reason why so many people don't really walk is because the sun is always kind of hot. But I guess if you run your errands really early in the morning or late in the evening, you should be fine. But anyway, I decided that I would take the train and get here. I got here 2 minutes after 9 because I usually get to work for 9 o'clock, and I ended up getting here 2 minutes after 9, which wasn't bad. It was actually pretty good considering that I left half an hour after the usual time I leave. But what I realize is when I leave earlier, I have to wait for the bus like 5-10 minutes, and then I have to wait for the train about 5 minutes. So it ended up being 15 minutes of wait time. Today I didn't have to wait at all. As soon as I got to the bus stop, the bus was approaching, and I only waited about a minute to get the train, because when I got to the train station, the train was already arriving. But yeah, guys, today is going to be a really chilled spend the day with me. I'm just here at my desk doing some work. I'm going to edit now. I have a half an hour break, so I'm going to edit, and then this evening I'm going to a restaurant that I've been wanting to try. When I knew I was coming here for my 1L internship, I knew that I wanted to make the best of it. So my plan is to go to all of the museums and also go to all of the restaurants that I've been wanting to try, and just having some time to myself, spending some time with myself, just enjoying my time here, and I think that that is what is going to be fulfilling, other than the fact that I am learning the work that I want to specialize in. Other than that fact, I can also enjoy my time here and make the time memorable, because you have to work, but why not make work fun? And that's just my mindset right now. My mindset is just to make it fun. And I've been enjoying my time so far. I have like 8 more weeks. I think it is 8 more weeks at this point, 8 or 9 more weeks. And I'm determined to make the best of it. But yeah, guys, I'm just going to continue enjoying. I have like 20 minutes again. So I'm just going to sit here and enjoy that. I've really been thinking about my scroll time and the benefits of social media, not YouTube, but the benefits of like Instagram and TikTok. I don't really scroll on TikTok. I have not been on TikTok maybe in a month, because I find TikTok has really good creators, and for me, I find like TikTok could be valuable, but you have to dig through so much nonsense and mess on TikTok. And I feel like anytime I find a creator that I really like and I want to follow, all of a sudden they start selling stuff. All of a sudden they get really, really salesy. And then somehow I feel like their credibility just starts depreciating, at least in my mind, because like you would have someone talking about wellness, and then you would see them promoting some products that are questionable. So that's why I kind of like really slack off on TikTok. Instagram is my jazz. I love Instagram, but it gets overwhelming and it consumes a lot of my time whenever I indulge. So I've really been thinking about doing a social media detox, just staying away from social media and maybe giving myself one day out of the week to scroll for like an hour or so. But I've been thinking about it, and you don't want to take away all of your happiness, or you don't want to just do it just abruptly. You want to just gradually ease into something. So I was thinking about doing that, but I'm not sure as to my plan, and I will share with you guys my plan when I know for sure what I want to do. But I know that I want to kind of like reduce my time that I spend on social media, and maybe use that time in building and developing my YouTube. Do something useful, do something that I enjoy. I barely post on Instagram. I only have like maybe 100 followers on Instagram. I've only had 100 followers for like the past 2 or 3 years. You guys know that this is like my third channel on YouTube. This is like the third time I have restarted YouTube. So I want to really take it seriously, and I'm doing something that I really enjoy, which is like lifestyle content. But at the same time, I only have a certain amount of time. I only have so much energy that I can give to this. So I might as well just use my energy wisely. Yeah, but just follow along and you would see what I get up to. I expect to have a lot of fun here while I'm doing my internship, and then come August I'll be back in Florida, back in law school for my 2L as a rising 2L. Guys, that's so exciting. I am so excited. Like, law school is something else, and I think I'll share the whole what I think about law school at the end of my law school journey. I just think that law school is really something. And I was talking to someone who has been a lawyer for the past 30 years, and some of the things that she said she experienced while she was in law school are some of the very same things I experienced 30 years after. And I just had to laugh with her about it, because I was like, how is it that you're a 30-year lawyer, you've been a lawyer for 30 years, and I am now studying law, and we have some similar stories. It was so funny. But law school, I don't think any individual could change law school or the process or the way in which you are taught how to think like a lawyer. I just think you have to embrace it. I think it is this way for a purpose, and I am learning to embrace it. I am having a grand time studying law. I love law. I love the study of law, and I love seeing it in motion. I have the opportunity to see it in motion, to see how it is applied to everyday situations, everyday lives, how it affects people, how it can make you better, how it can improve your life. I think that's the most valuable part of studying law, just seeing how it applies. Because just having the theory without the practical, you might think that you know everything, but then when it comes to the practice of law, you realize, wow, I didn't think about that. But anyway, guys, let's do some work for about 5 or 10 minutes, and then we can head back to my desk. All I'm doing is really editing. I have some videos. Well, I always have videos that I'm editing, because if it's one thing about me, I'm always filming, and the editing process is what gets me. I was telling my mom last night I might need an editor to really grow on YouTube. I think you have to be consistent, and my problem is not the filming but the editing. But I wanted to show you guys the view. It is a gorgeous view. I am not afraid of heights, but I feel a little shifty being up here because it's so close to the water. And you know, although I was born and I grew up on an island and I can swim really well, I still am a little bit hesitant when I'm close to water.
Like a crab that's molten from a shell, I crawl out uncomfortably. trade.